We're nearly go time. Okay, so let's look at the espresso. We got a higher currently at 182, so we can probably be a buyer at 102, and we got a of course it's moving a little bit now. Now I got a high at 86, so technically my buy order needs to be at 106. So there we go. We're live. So I put 2 espresso orders in. I'm going to try and be a bit ballsy here and be a buyer of the FTSE as soon as I can. So I'm buying the FTSE here. I might have read this completely wrong, but we'll see. So far I have. There's the account. And I'm already losing $1,000. Not the follow through that I thought it would have, unfortunately. The stop loss, I think, needs to be a bit bigger, but I am not prepared to move a stop loss once the trade has been implemented. We are slight gap up, but you saw the chart from yesterday. Haven't been triggered in espresso. Need to be mindful that espresso is only valid for another couple of seconds. I'm going to have to guess that those are not going to get filled in the next 10 seconds. Whoa. And yet, maybe I'm wrong. Nope. And yet I'm not deleting. So that technically the espresso orders should be deleted. I'm going to get a fill, I believe. So that's filled. I'll delete the cell. Excuse me. So I should have deleted the espresso order, but I still had belief in it and could argue that it's just an amended. Let's see where that FTSE closes. So the DAX closed at 25,000 yesterday, so it's a sizable gap up. We got a first bar positive in the FTSE. FTSE is still trading within the range of the first 5-minute candle. Early range bound price action. Here's what it's looking like on my account. The FTSE is underperforming, the DAX is doing okay. You'd see that I'm hovering over the buy button, but I am hesitating. The reason being is I find the momentum, in how I interpret it, isn't conducive to adding aggressively. I'm adding to the DAX. It's always a joy to buy the high of the day, isn't it? closing the second. Don't think I got anything out of that actually. Fuck. Damn. Moving stop loss to break even. My FTSE is not doing very well. So I'm buying the DAX again here at 38. The stop losses that I'm inputting are just temporarily stop losses. I'm not risking that much. Got a good looking first 15-minute candle. Hopefully there'll be buyers here at the lower bar one. Saw a similar situation yesterday in the S&P 500. I can show you if you want. I was trading it for myself, as it happens. So I'll show you. Here. See this one here? There's a buyer down here. Okay. Looking better. Right, so let me try and take the second one off now at a better profit than the first one. So close the second one. Better outcome this time. Excuse me. So the FTSE did indeed get bought just there, just like the S&P did yesterday. So hopefully we should see new highs. Gonna ease off on my DAX here because I'm closing half. Did it do that? Don't think it did. So why is that function not working? Okay. Bit weird. Can't close half. I'll have to do it manually. I have a little bit. In fact, let me just close the whole thing. Not sure why. Not sure why my half button is not working. But the idea was to take profit up here in this area here. Although I'll admit that I'm puzzled why. I'm just going to try something. I'm just going to try and trade 2 lots and then see if I can close half. What should I do? I think I'll try and short it. Okay, so I got that, and then closing half. No, it's definitely not working. Okay. You know. Strange. Okay. We'll have to figure out why that is. This FTSE shouldn't take this long to be profitable, but it is. So the idea that I had in the FTSE was sort of based around, if I show you the daily chart, honestly, probably do better. So the idea was, see if I can create an arrow. There, that's better. So the idea is gap up and a big push. Well, lucky there's not like this. Damn. Gap up and then big push. That was the idea that I wanted to be preemptive about. But so far, it hasn't happened. Just gonna see if there's any. Oh, apparently there's a temporary issue with the broker that we're trading with returning a 500 error on one endpoint. We're working to resolve it. Okay. Right. It's good to know. So it's not. we could consider being a buyer of the DAX here, so please stand by at 25.17. Just went 20. Fuck off. I cannot get that FTSE to rally. Stand by. Let's see. This area here that I've marked out could be interesting. I need to dial in a memo to the FTSE. FTSE? Come on. Apparently the buy buttons are not working either. So, right. Stand by to be a buyer of the DAX. I really should begin to use orders. So school run is now active. Short below 15. Long above 61. FTSE still hasn't got the memo. I'm just going to try something here. See if the buy buttons are working. Yeah, they're working for me. Okay, just ignore that. Hey, karaoke Andy, have you ever sung Stone Roses in karaoke? Like, you know, She's a Waterfall or Resurrection? I can imagine that couldn't be easy. No. Hey Andy, do you have like a go-to in karaoke when you sort of need to warm up the vocals? Andy, I'll tell you what, if you do, against all odds, manage to get me to a karaoke bar, for example in Macau, there is one song that I would like to sing.
Jetzt schreibt mir das Radio an. Auf der Autobahn, auf der Autobahn, auf der Autobahn.
That you could get me to sing. I can just about see myself in a karaoke bar going, Fahren, 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 die Autobahn. Is it, sorry, by the way, Andy, is it fahren or is it fun? Because I always thought it was fun, fun, fun on the Autobahn, but now that I realized that it's German, it could actually be fahren, 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 fahren on the Autobahn, which means fahren means driving. Oh, it's fahren. And there I thought it was fun. I think every English speaking not job will thought no, it's fun. And you gotta admit though that fun on the Autobahn is a more compelling title than fahren. It's like driving down the M25. So for reference, that the M25 is the one that encirculates it's the outer London motorway. Yeah, I am driving down the M25, driving down the M25, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Oh my god. Oh, please, there must be some Londoners that can at least relate to this one. Nope, I'm alone. Fahren, fahren, fahren on the Autobahn. Fahren, fahren, fahren on the Autobahn. Stupid German language. For years I thought it was fun, and now I've been told it's fahren. Trading therapist has just told me that he's on the M25 every day and it's not fun at all. Oh, you can say that again. And then Gary says, you don't drive fast on the M25, it's the biggest car park in the world. Yep. And Pete agrees. And then Jay says the M25 is the least fun road in the world. Yeah. Can I delete this now? Why did it take the FTSE so long to get going? Huh? Somebody just said, the FTSE takes so long to get going because all the traders are late because they're stuck on the M25. It seems like the whole motorway discussion has touched a few sore memories for some people. Right, so we have a school run long triggering in the DAX, and yours truly. Why didn't I buy at 16? It was a 50% retracement. Well, the answer is because I was a little uncomfortable with the retracement, and I kind of had it pegged at going down to 200. Thought, do I see myself offside by 16 points? Well, in hindsight, sure. I don't know if you know this, but where we just stopped in the FTSE is pretty much where we had the breakdown yesterday. See that? Sort of up there. Yeah. Close enough, right? Whoops. There we go. Sorry, I'm not long the DAX. Some comfort in that we are long the FTSE. So the reason why I put that green box up, why I was thinking about taking profit is because if you look at the FTSE chart, you'll notice how often the same numbers pop up again. 29, 24, 24, 27, 22. At least in my feeble mind. And so I was thinking, do I take 10 points? Or do I read the price action going, that's a pretty impulsive bar 8, bar 4 on the 10? But it ain't in a rush, is it? DAX is back down to the entry point for the school run. Now below. we do a 1 minute analysis of what we got so far, then we got, if you're interested in that, of course. Sorry, so this is the open, this is the open. No, wait, this is the open here. And we hit a perfect 50% retracement. The retracement was 44 points. And then we had a tiny retracement of 11 points. And right now we just had a 20-point retracement. So that's sort of the structure right now. There's no pattern completing at this point. What I will say is, if you've noticed and you do your research, let me just keep that a little longer so you can take a screenshot of it if you're that way inclined. That the high that we have over here is 261. Might want to remember this number 28 because it's remarkable when you are in a channel, in a bull channel, why that the DAX will go up by 28 points above the old high. So 261 and add 28 to that. So that could be a target up here at 290. Raise the rent and shut the door. Tom Huger spoke about a target. That's something that Larry Pesavento would say. Shut the door and raise the rent or something like that. Sometimes I struggle to close these. There we go. Oh. It's a pretty amazing software. Not without its little quirks. You just gotta, but it's bloody amazing. Since I only got a dummy position on, I should add to my dummy position, shouldn't I? Just the principle of it. Somebody asked me if I've ever analyzed what instrument is most profitable for me. I don't need to analyze that. I just need to remember 2015 and 2020 to tell you that it's the Dow. We're gunning for 89. perhaps this is a good time to tell you the story about Larry Pesavento when he was working for Drexel on Rodeo Drive in Los Angeles. And there was a guy there who was famous for trading humongous size, and was an incredibly competent trader. And was trading beans, soy. And so Larry stuck his head into his office one day and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm trading pork bellies." "Oh, okay, how's it going?" Well, I'm trading one lot." And that puzzled Larry. So why are you trading one lot? You trade the biggest size in the company. What's the deal with that one lot? "Well, I am limited up on my position in soy, and I'm trying to take my mind off it by trading one lot in pork." I always thought that was a really fun story. There you go. Objective met. Clickety click. Don't you go any further now, Dax, after I just calculated the high. I think I did. Yeah. Oh. I'll be completely honest with you. My mind is kind of on the FTSE right now. Apparently, there's a tube strike in London today. I've just been told. So maybe people are late. Maybe. Damn you, Dax. Stop loss to break even. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'll call it a day. This is what's going on. I'm going to ease my position now. Very good for my account. So the half is working. I'm closed half of it, and I'm closing the other half of it. So I got a quarter left, and that is a reflection of my objective has kind of been met here, but I'm going to attempt to have a little bit going, and then I'm going to stop streaming. So let's have a look at how this morning well, I'll post it. So thanks a lot for being here this morning. It was a joy to trade live with you. I will see you for the US session. Until then, stay strong. Lots of love. Bye-bye for now.